Friday, the 9th of April, the day His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh passed away at the age of 99. The Duke was, of course, a frequent visitor to this region, with engagements going back decades. Always by the Queen's side, he was there to support her on visits, including those marking her diamond and her golden jubilees. Well, fond tributes have been paid to him today by the many people who met with him over the years. Joe Healy takes a look back now at his connections to the East Midlands.
Survived all this.
The reaction of shoppers in Leicester and Nottingham today. And as you can imagine, communities right across the East Midlands have been paying tribute to Prince Philip. At an inner city mosque in Nottingham, community leaders spoke of his dedication to public service and his enormous contribution to the development of our young people with the Duke of Edinburgh Award Scheme. This report now from Rob Sissons. Well, as we saw a little earlier in the programme, the Duke of Edinburgh visited Leicester on many occasions. A few weeks ago, I was able to speak with the Lord Lieutenant of Leicester, Michael Kapoor OBE. As Lord Lieutenant, he is, of course, the Queen's representative in the county. Well, he shared his memories of the Duke and his thoughts on the legacy of the man who married the Queen more than 73 years ago. Mike Kapoor speaking to me a couple of weeks ago, and someone who knew the Duke for more than 20 years is Sir John Peace. Now, he's the Lord Lieutenant for Nottinghamshire. Sir John spoke to us this afternoon. He began by remembering an occasion with Prince Philip back in 2012. Well, let's speak to the Bishop of Leicester, the Right Reverend Martin Snow. And firstly, your reaction to the very sad news today. Now, alongside the Queen, of course, the Duke visited Leicester, particularly Leicester Cathedral, on a number of occasions. You're watching East Midlands today here on the BBC, a little later than usual for this special programme on the day that the Duke of Edinburgh passed away. As something you may not know, but the Queen and Prince Philip were actually personal friends of the Duke and Duchess of Devonshire, and as such they were frequent visitors to Chatsworth House in Derbyshire. Now, the Duke and Duchess have expressed great sadness at Prince Philip's death. Well, he accompanied the Queen on a visit there just 7 years ago, and today visitors to the stately home's garden and grounds also paid their own tributes. Simon Hare reports. Now, quite unsurprisingly, really, tributes have been flooding in all day. Tributes from MPs, from councillors, emergency services and members of the public who fondly recall the Duke's visits to us here in the East Midlands, the many visits as we've seen. Here's Sarah Teal. Thanks to Sarah for that. Now, the world of sport has also been paying its tribute to the Duke of Edinburgh. Prince Philip was, of course, no stranger to attending sporting events here in the East Midlands, as Charlie Slater reports. Charlie Slater reporting there. So many memories from so many people. Well, it's weather time now. Here's Anna.
Thank you, Anne. Well, as weeks...
Thanks for that, Anna. And that's just about it from us here tonight. On the day the royal family and indeed the whole country said goodbye to Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, who passed away this morning at Windsor Castle. From all of us here, do have a good evening. And we leave you now with images of the Duke on some of his many visits, as we've seen, to us here in the East Midlands. Good night.